This is the 1996 KITH Heuer F1 I bought literally a week ago, thinking it was so cool, it's so nostalgic, everyone's gonna see it and think, oh, Brittany, what a cool choice, what a cool nostalgic choice. And this is the KITH Kith Formula One Revival, just released today, and I've got so many mixed thoughts about this. Okay, I feel so annoying that I have to do this. I don't know why I have to do this to justify it to internet people. But I bought this watch because I thought it was so cool. I saw my good friend Luke wearing one at British Watchmakers. I love the 90s. I love F1. The stars aligned. I found one for the perfect price. So I had to buy one. In fact, I actually bought two because my husband keeps wearing this one and we keep fighting over it. So I had to buy another one so we could both wear them. But now my worry is everyone's going to be saying, oh, you just jumped on the bandwagon, Britt. She must have had some prior knowledge that this was happening. But no, I did not. I'm actually kind of annoyed this is happening. I thought my F1 was so cool. I was so excited about it. I feel like the person who bought an Omega Speedmaster a week before the MoonSwatch was released. I don't know why I care about what internet people think about me, but I do. So I don't want anyone saying,
oh, Brittany's just doing this because of Kith.
Wrong. I was copying Luke at Watch Hightower on Instagram all along. I didn't even know what Kith was before today. I still am not fully 100% sure on what it is. Raise your hand if you know what Kith is and why they're making a tag. But I'm making a video about this watch purchase for next Sunday. So not this Sunday, next Sunday. I thought it was going to be a really nostalgic, cool video. And everyone was going to say, wow, that's so cool, Britt. But now everyone's going to be sick of it. Oh. Now that I've got that out of the way, I have really mixed feelings about this release. Starting with what I like, nostalgia and watches go hand in hand, and who doesn't love a good fun reissue? When we look at Tudor and their huge success with the Black Bay line and the nods to the past, or Vacheron Constantin bringing back the 222, watches are both timeless and time capsules that bring us back. I've said this before a few times, growing up in the 90s, KITH Heuers were such a mark of success. It was a lot of people's milestone watches, and I will always think back fondly of TAG. So the KITH Heuer F1 was first released back in 1986, shortly after TAG, or Techniques d'Avant-Garde, acquired Heuer. TAG was a manufacturer of high-tech aviation and race car components, and a big supplier to F1. It was the 80s, 90s, it was fresh after the quartz crisis, and the newly formed KITH Heuer released these, a shamelessly fun quartz watch. My husband actually owned one of these, this colorway exactly back in the 90s, which was another huge reason why I bought this. I thought, oh, James will love this, it'll be so nostalgic for him. I don't know why these new releases are making this feel less special for me. Is this a psychological thing? But honestly, the TAG F1 was due for a revival, it was due to receive the love it deserves, and these are a really faithful reissue. With 10 watches, in different colorways and material combinations, they still have the 35mm case diameter, like the original, and even add in a few more color options. Now, what I don't like, I feel like I'm being this annoying gatekeeper, so I'm going to keep her at bay, and we're going to keep it only to the facts. So the first bugaboo people seem to be having is the price. These are retailing for $1,500, which is pretty expensive for what it is. Like, there is no original design, there is no cool engineering going into this, there's not even a mechanical ETA movement. This is a quartz watch in rubber or stainless steel. $1,500, or about 1,200 pounds. I paid £400 for this. And I still feel ripped off. I was ripped off. The price is high on these new limited editions. I don't think it's as insane as some other people do, considering I have a Cartier Tank Solo, quartz as well, and I know we paid too much for this as well. But with all that said, the price isn't the best. These are not well priced, but there will be people who love it enough to buy one. My other big problem is with the branding, KITH Heuer. That's enough to make me not want one. There's this famous clip of Jean-Claude Biver. I'll play it right now.
The name Heuer, if I would now buy this brand, would I put on the brand, because I buy it, Beaver Heuer? Who am I? The brand is 150 years old, and I'm gonna put my name over this name? A Ferrari? From now on, I'm strong. I call it Beaver Ferrari. You say, is he crazy, this guy? How arrogant.
And this is probably what I hate the most about it. I didn't know until today what KITH is. I had to do some Googling, so this is probably great for them as a brand, but it seems to be a clothing brand that started in New York, and it began as footwear but expanded into clothing. I am an unstylish person from rural Canada, so of course I didn't know what KITH is, and I have zero desire to own a KITH Heuer. In that clip I just played, Beaver is scolding Tag for putting their name as a material manufacturer in front of Heuer, a storied watchmaking maison. So, in a sense, KITH putting their name on there is the most Tag thing they could have ever done, but kinda in a bad way. Or to once again turn to Beaver.
Very few brands have brought so much confusion than KITH Heuer.
And the last thing I don't like about this reissue is how limited they are. People have been crying out for this for a while now, and they're finally here, but they're quite limited on a very confusing scale.
KITH Heuer is number one in the confusion.
So the Rubber City editions are each limited to 250 pieces. The Steel City editions are limited to 350 pieces. The TAG Heuer exclusives are limited to 825 pieces. And the shared model with the black bezel, steel case, and steel bracelet is 1,350 pieces.
That's where they were the best at. Create confusion.
So that's what I don't like about these. The price, how limited they are, and the branding. Moving away from facts and into emotions. I feel like how it must have felt to be a Speedmaster owner when the MoonSwatch came out. I feel like this has made my nostalgic little F1 purchase a little bit less special. I was so excited to make this nostalgic little video about this special watch from the 90s, a watch that makes my husband so dang happy, and now I feel like by the time it's released, people are going to be so sick of hearing about this watch. It of course doesn't make this F1 any less special, but somehow it just does feel less special to me. It feels like less of a cool choice and more of a, someone jumped on the bandwagon. Which I didn't. I was so excited. But some people have real problems. This is not a real problem. This is a first world problem. But you know, this has me asking myself, why am I being such a gatekeeper? Why do I care? If this reissue introduces more people to watches, gets more people into watches, that's awesome. It was the same effect that the MoonSwatch had, although I think comparing the MoonSwatch to this might be a bit of an oversell. So, in summary, these have made me happy, nostalgic, and angry all at the same time, and they've made me realize that I am a gatekeeping butthole sometimes. Just because something came out that is popular, that's getting people talking, it doesn't make this purchase any less special. But I still feel indignant about this. I feel like an emo kid who's liked a band for a very long time, and then now they're mainstream. KITH Heuer was always mainstream, Brittany. Like, just stop this, okay? Anyways, this is all stuff I should save for my therapist, not for you guys. I'd love to know in those comments down below. What do you think to this reissue? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's overpriced? Let me know. And let's thank the gorgeous, fabulous, wonderful Pope tier patrons.